If you're spending a lot of time at your desk, this video is for you. I'm going to show you a series of simple exercises you can do on your chair and around your chair. I'm Noko O. If you find any value to this video, like it, share it. If you are new, subscribe by clicking the bottom right corner of your screen. Let's get started. First thing first, we want to sit away from the back of the seat. So we want to sit up and scoop forward the hips so that the feet are planted in on the floor, knees over the heels. And from here, the simple exercise you can do for the spine is basically keeping the hips facing straight front and feeling the spine lengthening up as you inhale. On the exhale, twisting one side and even grabbing the back seat of your chair to pull a little bit deeper. And with any inhale, we lengthen the spine. With each exhale, we go a little bit deeper. Maybe even looking at the back wall. Imagine you're doing the twist from the waist up. Your feet, knees, and hips keep facing front. Back to center. Inhaling, lengthening the spine. Exhaling, twisting the other side. Inhaling, lengthening. Exhaling, maybe we grab the back of the chair. We twist a little bit deeper. Inhaling, lengthening. Exhaling, deepening. Ideally doing these stretches for about 30 seconds. Back to center. Another stretch for the spine. Instead of a twist, we're going to do a lateral stretch, so stretching the side of the spine. One hand can be on the chair. If you have an armrest, can be on the armrest. Inhaling, the arm up. Exhaling, think of lengthening the spine. Really feeling the stretch all the way down your waist. What I see a lot is we bring the arm forward because we want it to the other side. If your arm is not going to the other side, it can be up here or even here. Because if it's in front of you, you're basically closing your shoulder or even turning your shoulder. So think about pushing the chest forward. And this should feel really good. Now in this position, see if you can press the opposite hip deeper into your chair. And inhaling, center. Other arm up. Exhaling, leaning to the side. Again, pressing the opposite hip down. Pushing the chest forward. Feeling the opening in the chest, in the shoulder. If it's bothering your shoulder, you can always have your hand on the shoulder and pull the shoulder back a little bit. Couple more breaths here. And center. Another stretch for the low back this time. This time you can sit further back on your chair and just folding in two basically, hinging at the hips and relaxing forward. And you should feel the stretch all the way down here. Feels really good. May not go all the way down. If it's bothering your low back, you can be right here. If you want to go deeper, you can even bring your hands to the floor. And nodding the head, yes. Nodding the head, no. Or shaking the head, no. Inhaling slowly through the nose. And exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. As we come up, we use the hands to support the low back by placing the palms of the hands on the thighs and slowly rolling up. Now, standing on the side of the chair, we're going to do some cat and cow. Hands flat on the chair. You can do it with the knees straight or knees bent. And basically we start with the cat by tilting the pelvis in forward, drawing the belly up, spreading the shoulder blades apart, tucking the chin under. So you imagine you bring your forehead to your tailbone towards your forehead. And then we're releasing cow, releasing the tailbone, dropping the belly, pushing the chest forward, and maybe gazing forward. This is the cow. Inhaling. Exhaling cat. Inhaling cow. Keep going with your breath. It's a good idea to do at least a couple stretches every 30 minutes. Maybe set a timer on your phone to get some movement going if you spend hours at your desk. Or you can just do those exercises every time you're on the phone. Okay, if you're talking to somebody, you can put the speaker on and just do your stretches. Moving on into a puppy stretch. So from here we can start with the elbows flat. Again, we can keep the knees bent at first, and we're going to move the elbows forward, press the chest down. And you feel the stretch in the shoulder blades. If you release the tailbone, bending the knees, you'll also feel it in the low back. So far we've moved the spine in all directions. So we've done a good stretch for the spine. If you want to go a bit deeper, you can place the elbows on the chair and place the palms of the hands on the shoulders, pushing the chest towards the chair and maybe gazing forward. So here I really feel it in between the shoulder blades. And you can see that just with holding the positions for 30 seconds, you can already feel a difference. I'm going to show you now a different option for the pigeon. Let's do it first on the chair. You can place one foot next to the other thigh. Okay, so this is the easiest option, the less intense option. And for this one, you may sit further back on your chair, and you can have your hands on your desk and lean forward. Next option, a bit deeper, you would place your leg across the opposite thigh or your ankle. Make sure you don't have just your foot, and you see how my joint here is overstretched, my ankle is overstretched. That's not good. So you want to flex the ankle and make sure that the ankle is on the thigh, not off here. And see if you can press your thigh down. Some of you may feel the stretch right here without even leaning forward. If you want to go deeper, again, leaning on your desk and holding it for, again, 30 seconds. You'll feel the stretch in the hip socket. Now, for those of you who want a deep stretch, I'm going to show you another option. So it's to place your leg on your chair. I'm going to use a towel for that, or a blanket, just because I have a bony foot, so it's a bit more comfortable. And here, so my leg is on the chair, my bottom leg is on the chair, flex the ankle, the other knee is on the floor. And here again, I can lean forward, I can hold it right here. And this is a much deeper stretch. Let's hold it for another 15 seconds and then we'll work on the other side. And as you're doing this, you can still be looking at your desk, at your computer. You can still be on the phone. You may not be able to type, but you can still do some kind of work. Slowly releasing. So if you are in this position, you tuck your back toes under, use your hands to lift off the chair, and working on the other side. Maybe you right here, so opposite foot against the thigh, reaching forward, a little bit deeper, placing the ankle across the opposite thigh, flexing this ankle, leaning forward, or going into your deeper stretch. Let me see, it's the other leg this time. And I can grab the chair and pull forward or just hold it up here. Let's hold it for another 15 seconds. Finding your breath. So those are stretches that don't take a long time. And you really feel them deep into your joint, into your muscles. They're very simple. Let's release. Let's do a simple calf stretch. So basically, let's move the chair. Both toes are facing, or toes of both feet are facing the same direction, meaning you don't want your back foot to be twisted sideways. And from here, I place the back heel into the floor. I bend my front knee and I bring my hips forward. I can be standing straight up. I feel it even more. So my tailbone is pushing forward. I can hold on to the chair for balance. If it's too intense, you can bring your hands on your chair. Keep pushing your tailbone forward, pressing the back heel down. And here you could actually even probably type a little bit on your computer. You would have this leg maybe underneath the desk so you're not reaching forward. Switching leg. Placing both feet facing the same direction. We bend the front knee, press the back heel down, push the tailbone forward, coming straight up with the shoulders, keep pushing the tailbone forward. Couple more breaths here. And center. Quadriceps stretch. So quadriceps is the group of 4 muscles here. Grab your ankle. If you have a hard time reaching your ankle, you can grab your pants or use a towel or a strap. Place it around your ankle. You can grab your leg right here. And here, if you're not feeling anything, make sure that both knees are together. You want to avoid this because you're twisting your knee. So knees together. Now if you want to go a little bit deeper, press your tailbone forward. And even pull this foot up and back. So you slide your knee back. Not to the side, just back. Keep pushing your tailbone forward. Switching leg. That's also a good exercise to work on your balance. So initially you can have one hand on the chair, maybe 2 fingers after a while, then eventually holding your foot with both hands. And releasing. Hamstring stretch. So we place one foot on the chair, making sure your hips are squared with the chair. So you don't want this leg sliding further forward. Okay, you do the opposite. You pull this leg in. Imagine you suck this leg into the hip socket, lengthening right here. And you may feel the stretch right here, so you just hold it here. You can hold on to the chair, so it means you may have to get a bit closer. Or you may start reaching forward, creating length in the spine. You can even bend the back knee. So as I'm doing this, I imagine I'm pushing my tailbone further back. And you feel the stretch right here. Slowly coming up. From here, we're going to bend the knee, getting towards a runner's lunge. So right here, notice the angle I have between my legs. What I want to do is try to reduce this angle so I create more space between my feet, more distance, and I press my tailbone forward. So notice the angle here. Okay, I'm going from right here to here. And I feel the stretch in the front of the back thigh. Maybe some of you may feel it in the hip here. You can keep your shoulders straight up. You can go a bit deeper, one hand on each side of the foot. Or if you want to go deeper, you scoop your foot a bit to the outside so that you have both hands on the inside. Let's hold it a few more breaths here. Now what we're going to do is bring the opposite hand close to the foot and twist. So avoid having this knee slide sideways, bring it in and twist. I'm using my hand to press the knee in and twist. And I'm looking towards the back of the room. Now if you want to bring your arm up, opening your heart to the sky, you can do that too. Couple more breaths. And releasing. Switching side. Hamstring stretch on the other side. Option to be right here. Squaring off this hip. So pulling this leg in, pushing this hip forward, flexing the ankle. From here, lengthening on the inhale. And think of bringing your belly button to your toes. Okay, rather than rounding down here, pushing chest forward. Option to bend the back knee. And bending the front knee. Remember here you have a right angle. Let's see if we can get rid of it. Pressing the tailbone forward, feeling the stretch right here and maybe also in the hip socket. Option to go a bit deeper. Or even a bit deeper, we scoop this foot out of the way. And some of us may even bring the elbows down. Okay, although we don't have that much space on the chair. Those of you who are very flexible, you could place your foot on your desk instead of on the chair. So we're going to do a couple more stretches for the shoulders and upper back. And we've stretched just about every part of the body. Slowly releasing. So for the shoulders, I'm going to show you right here. Going to place your hands on your chair. You're going to start walking away, and as you walk away from here, press your tailbone forward, push your chest forward, creating space here, lengthening this area right here, opening the chest, and you'll feel it in the chest, maybe in the upper back, in the shoulders. If you want to go a little bit further, you can gaze up. If it's straining your neck, it means you want to gaze straight forward. And if you're spending a lot of time sitting on your desk, slouching the shoulders, this feels amazing. It's really good for your upper back. And center. I'm going to do another one that's a bit more intense. This one is for the shoulders, so we're going to keep the back straight. But what we're going to do, we can spread the feet wider, and from here we're going to squat down, don't have to go all the way down. And I know it can be intense on the shoulders, so maybe you can grab the side, the outer side of the chair. If you want more intensity, you bring your hands closer together. Okay, And going down, maybe you'll go right here. Maybe you'll go a bit further down. So be gentle. So this is our last stretch. Slowly coming up. And shaking legs and arms. So there's a lot of other stretches we can do, but start with those. Remember, every 30 minutes, do at least a couple stretches. And get into the habits. Maybe you can have a list of stretches, you repeat the same one for a week, and then you switch to another one until you know them all. Thank you for joining me. See you next time.